Okay, before I actually start this video, I'm just gonna let this video play first.
Hey, you know what's so funny about this game? Bro, once they see you get one kill on dive, how fast they are to switch to anti-dive, bro. But you'll never catch them switching to anti-poke, though. You'll never catch them switching to shield tanks, though. Never, bro. Hell nah. They see me get one pick on cabbage, GG's, it's over with, bro. They're bringing out that big orange drop. They're switching to no more. They're switching to fantastic. How fast they are, bro. Like it's crazy. They won't even change their draws that fast. Like, I'm telling you, it's bro. Oh, nah. Let me get one pick on Cap, bro. Let me get one pick on Spider-Man. Let me get one pick on BP, bro. Oh, nah. It's over with. They switch to auto bullshit. They switch to auto bullshit. But let the Jean Grey, who's 13-0 in the first fight, not even the whole game, just the first fight, 13-0. Nah, like I'm saying, bro. Let that Spider-Man get one kill. Let that Black Panther get one kill, and it's over with. They'll flip that whole switch around, bro. You would have, like, you don't even know what hit them. Those things switch their whole comp around. Triple support, put in more, put a thing, put in fantastic. Just for one Spider-Man who just barely got his first kill. You would have Jean Grey and Hella running rampant. Just absolutely 30-0 in the first fight, bro. I'm telling you, no one speaks about this, though. I feel like no one ever brings this up. Like, this is not an issue at all for people, I swear. But I don't understand. Like, dive is such an easy thing to counter. Like, it's not that difficult to counter dive. Every character in the game will counter dive. But pretty much every character has movement ability or a CC ability. So like, it's generally not that difficult. But not every character can counter getting 2 taps from across the spawn.
So like, in response to that video that I just showed you, me personally, in my opinion, I would genuinely rather go against a top 500 one above all peak poke player than a top 500 one above all peak dive player, because dive is just more annoying, right? And I know there's gonna be those people that come in and it's, oh, skill diff, skill diff, skill diff. It's not a thing about skill. If a person is good, they're just good. Being good doesn't equal annoying automatically. It's about mechanical design of the characters. Dive's mechanical design is more annoying than poke, and that's all there is to it. Like, poke comps pressure from range, giving you time to reposition and letting supports heal through it, while dive bypasses your front line completely and then deletes your back line before anyone can respond. Right? Like, the core reason dive feels worse is the loss of agency. Poke at least lets you fight back. But when a dive is on you, your team can't peel in time and then you're just dead. Right? And I'm speaking from what I've seen, because if you watch my last video, you know I play White Fox. So this isn't really like a big issue for me personally, but I digress. Dive, again, isn't a problem for me personally. It doesn't really mean anything to me, but I just, like, DPS, like dive DPS players complain the most out of any other people in this game, and I find it so stupid. If anything, I think tanks should be complaining the most, but they don't. Support players and DPS players complain so much when they have the 2 easiest jobs. And that's coming from a support player. I play White Fox, I play Invisible Woman. I think tanks should be the one complaining, because as a tank, if you don't have good healers, you can't do your job effectively. If you're a support, regardless of your DPS or your tanks, you can still do a semi-good job because your job is to support. So as long as you are supporting, you're fine. As a DPS, your only thing is to get kills. That's all there is to it. I don't understand the complaints. I think DPS players just want so much. They want so much. Okay, now to actually respond to that video, the reason people are so easy and quick to switch to anti-dive compared to anti-poke is because dive is just more annoying to deal with than poke, objectively. But yeah, let's get into this actual video. What's up, everyone? I'm V Diocletian. Yes, like the Roman Emperor. I'm not gonna explain it, but today we're talking about something I think about a lot. Marvel Rivals players and their relationship with complaining. Now, before anyone starts typing, I want to be really clear. I'm not saying the game is perfect. I'm not saying every complaint is wrong. I am saying that if you go on forums, Reddit, or like any Discord server for this game, you will find people who are upset about everything at the same time simultaneously, about things that even contradict each other. And I think that's really interesting. Like, I find it genuinely fascinating as a person, someone who plays this game. I want to talk about it. So here's some things that I actually went and compiled, not scientifically, I want to be clear. I just read a lot of posts, a lot of things that Marvel Rival players are currently upset about. Strong characters, weak characters, both of those are on the list at the same time. Fast characters with good movement, annoying. Slow characters with bad movement, also annoying. People playing support, frustrating. People not playing support, inexcusable. The matchmaking is rigged against them. The balance team has never played a video game. The ults last too long. The ults don't do enough. The game is too casual. The game is too sweaty. The ranked rewards aren't good enough. There are too many ranked players who take it too seriously. Someone, and I'm not making this up, someone said the ideal version of Marvel Rivals would be a, quote, flavorless gray gruel game where every character in every match plays essentially the same way every time. They said that as a complaint about the game having variety. And I thought about that for like 4 days. Now, let's go back to Dive, right? People have such a big issue with Dive because of the simple fact of the matter. People don't like dealing with Dive. So when a Spider-Man gets a pick, or a Cap gets a pick, or a Black Panther gets a pick on a support, someone switches to anti-Dive because, yeah, they want to win the game. They want to win the game. But people aren't. But people don't switch to anti-Poke because Poke is not annoying, or as annoying to deal with as Dive. So let's talk about some characters specifically. Me personally, I play White Fox, so Dive is not an issue for me. It's not. So this is where it gets fun. Jeff the Land Shark, adorable little guy. Everyone hates him. And okay, I get it. I get the ult. I do. He swallows your whole team and then dives off of a cliff headfirst, kamikaze style. Regardless of where you are, if you are within the radius of his ult, you're getting swallowed. You can be 30,000 feet above him. You're still getting swallowed. I've been Jeffed. It's not fun. You respawn and then you just sit there for a second going, okay. But the thing is, Jeff is so loved and hated at the same time that he exists in this weird place where half the lobby wants him banned, or like they don't want people to play them because they feel like he's a throw pick, and the other half has him as like their phone wallpaper or something. There's Jeff plushies. People have Jeff tattoos probably. He's the most complained about character who is somehow the most beloved character. He contains multitudes. Now, Psylocke. People are upset about Psylocke because she dashes in, goes invisible, her ult makes her invulnerable while she absolutely demolishes you, and then she dashes back out. And yes, that sounds terrible. That sounds really bad when I say it like that, but she's been in this game the whole time. She's not new. People have had time to learn how to counter her. And the complaints haven't changed at all. It's still, she's invisible and then she kills me and I can't do anything. Which, okay, here's my question. If she's been doing the exact same thing since launch, and you've been playing since launch, at what point do we start adapting? Like, at what point does this character counters me become I need to play differently? Like, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm genuinely asking. I have the same problem with Iron Fist. And I haven't figured it out either. And that's why I started playing White Fox, because White Fox demolishes Iron Fist. Yeah, so, I was right there with you. I'm not anymore. I was, though. I just think maybe the answer isn't nerf Psylocke. Maybe it stands somewhere else. I'm probably wrong about that, but I said it. Luna Snow. Okay, Luna Snow. Her ult lasts 12 seconds, I think. Don't quote me on that. 12 seconds of near invulnerability for her entire team, and people are furious about this. Forums that I've seen go insane every time someone brings it up. Nerf Luna. Luna ult is broken. Luna ult has been broken since the beginning. Why hasn't NetEase done something? Now, I will say, Luna being more kitted out to where people can play her as a DPS rather than a healer is kind of crazy to me. That is kind of crazy. She should be support, not healer, you know? And I looked this up. She's been one of the best strategists in the game basically the whole time. She's been top 5, I'd say, whole time. And she's not 5, 4, or 3. People have been mad about her since season 1, since season 0. But here's what I've noticed. The same people who are furious about Luna Snow's ult are also mad when their own Luna Snow doesn't use her ult at the right time. Like, the complaint flips completely based on which side of it you're on. If the enemy Luna uses her ult broken, overpowered, needs a nerf. If your Luna uses her ult wrong, our healer is useless. I can't believe this. Why do I get these teammates? It's the same ability. It's the same 12 seconds. Don't quote me on that. It just feels different depending on whether you're the one dying during it. And I think that's actually really human. I think that makes complete sense. I just also think it means maybe we should calm down a little bit. Now, if we're moving on to matchmaking, right? The matchmaking, I have to talk about the matchmaking. This is the one thing that gets me most, because the logic involved, it's really something. The complaint is that matchmaking is rigged, that the game is intentionally forcing you to lose after you win a few games, that there's some hidden system designed to keep you at a 50% win rate on purpose. Okay, so the game is rigged to make you lose, and the enemy team is full of smurfs who are better than everyone in the lobby, and your own teammates are bad players who don't know what they're doing. All three of those things at the same time in the same game. If the matchmaking is so good that it's intentionally engineering your losses, it's also simultaneously bad enough to put smurfs in your lobby and fill your teammates with players who can't compete. The matchmaking is both omnipotent and terrible at the same time. I'm not a game developer, but I don't know how matchmaking works. Maybe it is kind of rigged a little. I genuinely don't know, but I feel like it probably can't be both an evil genius and completely incompetent. It's either one or the other, you know? Pick a lane. Now, okay, the balance team. Someone said, and again, real quote, "This is actually the worst balance team in the history of gaming." The history of gaming. Not, I think they could do better, not this patch wasn't great. The history of gaming. And I want to ask, have you ever played other games? Because I've played other games. I've played a lot of other games. I've been through the balance patches in other games that made me feel like actual grief. Like I went through stages, denial, anger, bargaining. I've lost characters I love to patches that turned them into unplayable jokes. Human Torch, Human Torch. NetEase does patches pretty regularly. They communicate, they add characters semi-constantly. The game has been growing, and I'm not saying every decision is correct. Some patches have been weird, some nerfs have felt bad, Human Torch. But worst balance team in the history of gaming is a significant claim, and I feel like we should maybe retire some of the concepts before we make that statement. Or we should maybe require some we should require some receipts before we make that statement. And I say this as someone who has been personally victimized by at least 2 balance patches. I contain grievances. Is that the right way to say? I don't know, but I'm just choosing not to post them. Okay. And I mean this sincerely. I don't actually think people who complain about this game are wrong to complain. Like, the game makes you feel things. That's the whole point. You're invested. You care about winning. You care about your rank. You care about your main and whether they're getting treated fairly by the patch notes. That's not a bad thing. That's what a good game does. The Luna Snow player who loses a ranked game to an enemy Luna ult and is genuinely frustrated, that frustration is real. The Iron Fist player who keeps getting obliterated by White Fox and doesn't know what to do about it because White Fox is anti-dive according to the majority of the game player base. That's a real experience. I just think sometimes the frustration that goes to the forums before it goes to the lab, and I think that's kind of crazy. Like, before we try a different angle or watch a video or ask someone how they deal with the thing that's killing us, it goes straight to this is broken and needs a nerf, and then 1,000 people agree, and then suddenly it's the only acceptable truth. And the devs are watching all of that, and they have to figure out if it's a real problem or just a Tuesday. That sounds like an incredibly stressful job, honestly. Anyways, that's the video. Marvel Rivals players complain too much. I want to be clear, I have definitely posted unhinged things about this game at 1 a.m. I'm not above it. I live here too. I just think that maybe we should all agree that the game is pretty fun. The characters are mostly interesting. Some things are annoying and will probably get fixed. And Jeff the Land Shark should be feared and respected and never nerfed. Do not nerf Jeff. That's my actual position. Everything else I said was nuanced. Jeff stays. If you want to get involved, drop your most unhinged Marvel Rivals complaint in the comments. The worse it is, the better. I'm gonna read every single one and respond to the most insane ones in a future video. Like and subscribe if you want to watch me continue to not be mad about things while playing a game that is very easy to be mad about. And I will see you in the next one.